Right. Hello. Hi. Hi. Well, happy motherfucking New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Last year was a very discombobulated year for everybody and myself, but it's a new year and it's cool. I actually recorded a video on New Year's Eve. But the whole video, like, there was lipstick in my teeth, my eyelashes looked a mess. Halfway through the video, I must have scratched my hair and it was just messy. And I just looked a hot mess. I mean, I edited it and everything, but I'm still trying to figure out if I want to put it up because I just look horrible. We'll see if I do put it up and I will let y'all know. In today's video, this is going to be another story time. This story time, this just happened actually on New Year's Eve / New Year's. Yeah, so let's just jump into the story time. New Year's Eve, obviously I had, done my makeup and done my hair because I recorded a video. And I was like, let me have a drink. Like, let me have a little drink. Like, let me start, have my little drink. And then I have a close friend. We're going to call her Stella. So Stella was working New Year's Eve. So she was at work. She called me on her lunch break or her break or whatever. And I had already had my makeup done. I think I had already finished filming the video. And I was like already having like my first drink. So I was a bit like hype. And I was like to her, oh my God, like, what are we doing today? Like, what are we doing today? We need to find something. Because I'm just on the hype of, I want to go out. Like, I don't want to stay in. Like, I've never stayed in on New Year's Eve, like, ever. Like, maybe when I was, like, in my preteen days, younger childhood days. But ever since, like, all the New Year's that I pretty much remember, I'm always out the house. Like, this would have been if I hadn't gone out, this would have been the first one that I had stayed in. And obviously because of the whole Rona situation, people are just like, well, obviously because London's still on lockdown, there's no bars or restaurants or clubs or nothing's open. So it's like all you have is like house parties. So obviously I knew damn well there's going to be plenty house parties. I mean, we're in London, the home of the rebels, the home of the I don't give a fucks, the home of the ratchets, the people that are just so, I don't know. London is just a different place. Like, it's actually a different place. Like, people just don't care. But I didn't care either. So me and my friends are all rebels. So they can't come and say they're not rebels because y'all know you is rebels. The fuck? So anyways, I was like to Stella, right, like, we need to find somewhere to go. And she was all like, yeah, like, I want to go out tonight, like, like, I'm in the mood to go out. Yeah, like, obviously I finish at so and so time. I think she finished at 6:30. So I was like, okay, call me back at 6:30 while I try to look for a motive. I've now been texting people. So obviously I've found a motive and the guy's telling me, oh, £30 for ladies. And I'm just like, £30? Like, you're crazy. Plus, I know this guy, so... And him and his guys, they always do parties. So, mind you, like, why am I spending £30 for what? So, I was like to him, like, that's not possible. Like, I would come, but that £30 is a bit... No, sorry, I'm not doing it. And so he was like, how much do you have? And I was like, I got £10. And my friend can put in £10. And he's like, oh, who's your friend? Send me her Instagram. First of all, you're fucking rude about send me her Instagram. You ain't a prize. You ain't no prize.
You ain't a prize.
It's about send me her Instagram. You're freaking disrespectful about send me her Instagram. Are you okay? Are you okay? Anyways, moving on. So he was like, okay, the 10 pounds is cool. And I was like, where is it? He was like, oh, it was in like some area near Shoreditch. And I was like, all right, send me the postcode so I know like how to get there and whatever, so I can plan myself. So he sends me the postcode and I'm just like cool. So then after, I have this friend, let's call him Think, because he thinks too much and he just thinks he can do certain things and he thinks he can say certain things. Like he thinks he's this and he thinks he's that. But I think he needs to fucking relax himself sometimes. Like you just need to, I think you just need to shut your mouth sometimes. Like sometimes nobody want to hear it, okay? So I've got this friend called Think. And he was all like, oh, what you doing today? Like, what's the motive? And I was just like, oh, like, I'm going to this party. So I've told him, like, where the party is and da-da-da-da, and how I was supposed to pay 30 pounds, but I got reduced, da-da-da-da. And he was like, oh, well, I was supposed to go to church, but the church is closed. And I was like, well, duh, you should have known this. Like, the fuck? But anyways, he was like, yeah, he was supposed to go to church, but the church is closed. So he's just kind of like looking for another motive. And then he was like, what? So can I roll through? Like, are guys allowed? And I was like, well, I can ask. And he was like, how much would he have to pay? And I'm just like, you would have to pay a full price, most likely. And he was like, what? Can't you talk to your guy and tell him to reduce the price? And I was like, I could try. But knowing them, you're going to have to pay a full price, sorry. And I think if ladies were 30... I'm thinking guys are probably like 50 pounds. Let's be real. But anyways, because he drives, it was kind of like a situation where I was just like, ooh, this actually could work, because you can drive us there and drive us back. Cool. I swear girls are such users, but you know what? He's gonna probably watch this and he's gonna be like, this fucking bitch. But you know what? Sometimes it gets like that. It do get like that. It get like that. Sorry, but not really sorry. But anyways, so obviously I've called Stella and I'm like, so Think said he will come, and she was like, oh, that's great. Like she's excited. Da 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 da. So she was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm on my way home, because she finished work. She's like, she's on her way home. She'll call me when she's like a bit more settled and let me know, like, because I was like, let me know like when you're gonna get ready and da 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 da, so we can plan her. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, this shit. If one more button comes out, I swear. Is my boobs too big? Maybe, I don't know. But so yeah, she was gonna let me know when what her plan was. Right, so fast forward, like, let's say like half an hour. I've called her because it's taken too long. So I've called her and I'm just like, so what's going on? Like, what's the plan? Like, you gonna come? And she's like, not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling it, blah, 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 blah. Just being a Debbie Downer. And I'm just like to her, you're annoying. You're such a buzzkill. Like, you're actually a buzzkill. And she's like, not being a buzzkill. I just don't feel like going. Like, I think I'll just rather stay in this year. And I'm just like, okay, I'll probably just go by myself. And then she was like, what about Think? And I'm just like, he ain't gonna come. He ain't gonna. At this point, I've really realized he ain't gonna come. He ain't gonna come. Like, I already knew. So at this point in my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna go by myself. Like, what the fuck? She kind of got on my nerves. So I kind of like hanged up the phone. I'm already like a bit lit and I'm just like, nope, I'm not wasting this makeup. Let me refix my hair and retouch my makeup and just let me go to my sister's house just to kind of see what else I'm doing. I've gone to my sister's house and I'm just wearing like this boiler suit thing with my Doc Martens. So proper cash. And so by the time I got to my sister, I'm ranting to her and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, this is not the years that I want. Da 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 da. Yeah, that's like literally how it was. And then she was like, well, that's what it looks like. She's like, yeah, everybody I've spoken to is telling me that they're just gonna be inside this year. And I'm just like, nope, that's not gonna be me. That's not gonna be me. That's not gonna be me. Basically, what was the name? I have a brain of a goldfish. What was I just thinking? Where was I going? Oh, yes. So I've put my phone on airplane mode because I'm just annoyed. I'm just like, I'm not texting nobody. I'm not texting. I'm not going to talk to nobody. So my friend, let's call her Posh. Sometimes when she speaks, she sounds a little bit posh. Like, she's got a little bit of a posh accent. Like, a little bit. Like, you know, fancy schmancy. But, you know, so Posh texted me and she was all like, yeah, so she's going to this party. I saw the message, but I didn't text her back like straight away because I was still trying to figure out what I was doing. So obviously, the guy that was having the house party, I'm just gonna call him Flake because he was a fucking flake. He's a flake. So Flake, now he was all like, oh, you can still come to the party, like you. I was like, well, I can't come because Stella flopped me and I have nowhere to go. I have not even dressed and blah 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 blah. And he's like, you can still come, you can chill with the models. And in my head I'm thinking models, but I'm like, oh yeah, because they always have models. Okay, whatever. So I was like to my sister, well, I'm gonna go to this party. So I've even texted Posh and I was like, oh, I'm going to another party, but I'll let you know if anything changes. And she's like, all right, cool. So I've basically got in a cab back home from my sister's house, got changed quick, and then left. By the time before I even left my house, like as soon as I got home, it was literally like the countdown. Everybody like in my road was like, happy new year, like, happy new year. Like my sister called me, she's like, happy new year, I can see the fire, I can't see the fireworks. And I'm just like, oh my god, like this is just all overwhelming right now. Like I was very overwhelmed in that moment because a lot was happening. Like there was a lot happening like at that moment. So I've gone to change. So I've gone to Flake's party now. I've texted, he's like, oh, I'm trying to call him, and he's like, text me. I freaking hate it when people do that, I'm not gonna lie. He's like, text me. He's like, I was like, where's the door? He's like, don't come to the door, there's a bunch of police. So I've literally walked straight, and then I see like a bunch of police cars, and I'm just like, let me just walk straight. So at this point I call Posh and I'm just like, girl, like this is just the ghetto, like where's your party? Because I'm just gonna come meet you there because I'm already out, like, and I've wasted all this time, so I might as well just come to the party. So Posh has now sent me a postcode to this party. So I'm calling her. I'm like, I'm literally like almost there. Like, how far are you? She's like, yeah, I'm almost there as well. I think she was like probably like 10 minutes behind me. So I've gotten there and there's like, it's like an estate kind of. So, and then there was like a door. And then there was like people, like a bunch of people standing like near the door, like the entrance of like, you know, when you like have to buzz in at someone's door, like they're standing near the buzz in bit. So I've literally walked and they're all like, Ashley, and I'm just like, it's not Ashley. It's not Ashley. They're like, oh, what's your name? I was like, oh, it's Christelle. They're like, oh, you look like Ashley. I was like, okay, thanks. They're like, go in. Like, I'm like, okay. So I'm like to Posh, like, I'm here. And And she's like, all right, I'm like literally almost there. So I was like, okay, cool. So I've gone in and I've seen this girl. She's dressed in like a very sparkly ball gown kind of situation, but she don't have no makeup on. So I was like, this is a bit weird. Like, and her hair was like just in a regular messy bun. I was like, what's going on? I'm still looking at people's outfits. So the guys are just dressed in like regular clothes. And the girls, let's just say they were just like a mixture of like they're ready to go to the club. Some of them are dressed like they're going to a pool party. Some of them are dressed like they've just come from somewhere and they're looking a mess, basically. So it's looking very romantic in there. Like there's a bed and it's in the shape of like a love heart, and there's like it's just red, and I'm just like, did I miss the memo? I was like, did I miss the memo? I must have said that to the girl. I was like, did I miss the memo? Like everybody's in whatever. I called Posh. I was like, girl, you need to get here. So Posh was like, yeah, I'm almost there. I'm speaking to this girl, the girl with the sparkly dress. Whose friend are you? I was like, oh, I'm Posh's friend. She's like, who's Posh? I was like, Posh, she's the one that invited me. She said that her friend invited her and said that we can come. And she's like, who's this friend? And I'm just like, I don't know. So I've literally called Posh, and then Posh is like, I'll send you the number. I was like, okay. But by the time she sends the number, Posh has already come now. Like, the girl in the sparkly dress was like, by the way, you do know this is a sex party. Like, they're gonna be like, there's gonna be bits and bobs out everywhere. There's gonna be, it's gonna be popping in that way. It's gonna be popping. I was like, oh my gosh, I've literally looked on the TV screen. There's like a porno on, and I'm just like, oh my god. And a Posh comes and she comes inside and sees, and she's like, yep, we're not staying here. I was like, yep, thank you for reading my mind. So we're leaving, and then she's obviously, Posh is trying to book an Uber, and it's just like taking long or whatever. So these two guys are like outside, and they're like, where are you going? Like, why are you leaving? And then Posh is like, oh, we're waiting for, I'm just trying to call so-and-so. She's not even here. Da 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 da. And then the guy's like, I just spoke to her. I know who you're talking about. I just spoke to her. And I'm just like, you know her? Like, you spoke to her now? Like, now? Like, he's like, yeah, I just got off. I was like, nigga, you lie. He's like, you guys just can't just leave the party, especially if you're looking like that. And I'm just like, boy, see you later. See you later, because I ain't got time. I ain't got time for you. I mean, that was kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie, but it was not gonna. No, sorry. And so we got in the Uber, and we were telling the Uber the whole situation, and he was just dying of laughter. Like, he just found it so funny. And then we have gone to another party in Woolwich. We went to Woolwich, the party in Woolwich, and that party was on a bottom. That party was lit. Like, that party was a vibe. Like, it was very crowded in the room. Like, it was very crowded. But it was a good party. And there was no issues. Like, it was all love, peace, and harmony. But yeah, it was a crazy New Year's. I think I left that party like 5:30 probably. Got home like probably like 6:15. Yeah. It was interesting New Year's. It was a very interesting New Year's, to say the least. It was good. But that was just my quick little story about what I got up to on New Year's. Like, so I have a few stories that I want to tell. I'm gonna try to be more consistent because I haven't been doing it lately. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, I think the last video I uploaded was like literally Literally, like, it was literally like almost 9 months ago. Yo, I could have had a whole baby and come back. Oh my god. Yeah, that's crazy, but anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle now, and I just hope you have a wonderful time in the world, and you know, stay safe and just enjoy. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Deuces.